Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Excited to jump into this one for you guys today. We have a lot of things going on. One of the things we're going to go over is New York regulator proposes cryptocurrency overhaul to boost adoption of digital assets, and also something to do with stimulus checks, guys. Why the second U.S. stimulus round could stimulate a Bitcoin rally. And it was also interesting because in this article they talk about Coinbase. The CEO of Coinbase saw a dramatic increase in the amount of Bitcoin being bought that was around $1,200, and the stimulus checks that went out were about $1,200. So basically, a lot of people took their stimulus money and bought it with Bitcoin. At least they're trying to connect the dots that way, but it looks pretty convincing to me. And we also have some big news with IBM. They spawned blockchain for Norwegian Salmon Fisheries. This might sound a little boring, but it is really interesting, the innovation that is taking place here. So with that said, we are going to go into some whale alerts. A lot of Bitcoins being put on exchanges, which could indicate a possible dump coming, some possible selling pressure, but we'll get into all that. Let's start right here though. Let's start with IBM and let's look at what they're doing for Norwegian salmon. So the Norwegian Seafood Association has teamed up with IBM and Atea, a technology firm focused on the Internet of Things, to create a blockchain-based track and trace system. The project aims to prove the provenance of sustainably farmed salmon in Norway. So, following a successful pilot, 5 high-quality fish farming operations are now ready to start running a live product version of IBM Blockchain Transparent Supply, a new offering from Big Blue that uses the same underlying technology is Food Trust, the Hyperledger Fabric blockchain protocol. So Norway, the Scandinavian country, exported some 2.7 million tons of seafood in 2019, with the largest customers being in the US, Russia, and China. Yeah, guys, Norway is known for their salmon, and they definitely produce, catch, sell, export a lot of it. So Norway's fishing industry sees blockchain traceability as a way to ensure the quality of the national brand and that its salmon is what it says it is. There have been incidents where fish have been fraudulently passed off as having come from farms in Norway, said Atea CEO. This kind of sounds like, to me, guys, as I'm reading this, is kind of like Vechain, where Vechain is looking to solve the problem of counterfeit goods, right? That's one of their use cases that they claim. And so just reading this, I'm already pulling that similarity. We know that people need this. We know that brands and companies need these type of services. So it's really interesting to see something like Norwegian salmon to actually want to use blockchain, because that's huge, guys. I mean, something as simple as salmon, and they want to bring blockchain into it. Blockchain is going to become a part of so many daily parts of our lives, whether we see it working on the front end or not. The technology has the ability to trace every aspect of the fish life cycle, using cameras inside the pens in the sea where the salmon swim, the temperature of the water, which dictates the speed at which they grow, the transportation, and whether the fish is frozen or fresh. IBM provides the blockchain solution and runs the system in the IBM cloud. The business arrangement is also novel. Guys, this is huge because it's like once this stuff is in place, you can no longer get ripped off. A company can't rip you off. They can't sell you BS anymore because it's all on the blockchain. It has to be truthful. It takes trust out of the entire equation. You no longer have to trust where your food is coming from because you can look on the blockchain and it's all there. So they say both us and IBM are going to be paid, which is a revenue share, so we can get a small cut of every ton of fish that is being tracked. It's not like a regular IT solution where you charge for a service and get paid. We will get our money over the coming years as fish is tracked and value created. So guys, they are thinking extremely long term. They're not just making a service and trying to sell it. They're going to start running this and get paid over the years. I mean, that's not many companies do that unless they know that this is a long-term thing. Norwegian seafood is known for its quality. At the same time, we still do not have the ability to trace where the fish came from, how it was grown, or how it was stored. Robert Eriksson, CEO of the Norwegian Seafood Association, said, "Blockchain can help eliminate these problems with a transparent, accountable record of where each fish came from." bullish news, guys. That is some pretty bullish news. Just insane that companies are actually starting to adopt the blockchain. IBM's in on this. We know IBM has partnerships with some other cryptos. Insane, guys. If you like daily crypto news, kind of like the news you're getting in this video, then make sure you guys subscribe to the Digital Investor channel. We're growing extremely quick. We're just over a month old. We're at 2,000 subscribers, so make sure you're joining the Digital Investor community. And if you guys could like the video for me, that would help me a ton. When you like the video, it helps the YouTube algorithm and more people see this video, and more people definitely need to learn about crypto. So I also want to show you guys a couple of things. This is yesterday's video, but don't worry about that unless if you're interested in yesterday's video. It's mainly about Chainlink and about Bitcoin and cash. So what I really want to show you guys here is the whale alerts for basically today. So from late June 24th all the way up to about 2 hours ago, we have a lot of Bitcoin being moved. So about 24 hours ago, we had 1,500 Bitcoin, which is valued at about 13 million, transferred from unknown wallet to Bittrex. 23 hours ago, we had 1,250 Bitcoin transferred from an unknown wallet to Binance. 16 hours ago, 2,500 Bitcoin from unknown wallet to Binance. And 2 hours ago, 1,400 Bitcoin from unknown wallet to Binance. So these transactions are coming from unknown wallets and they're going to exchanges. 3 of them to Binance, another to Bittrex. There are a couple others, but obviously I don't want to keep retweeting all these whale alerts. But guys, so Bitcoin is moving from unknown wallets to exchanges. Does that indicate some selling pressure coming? It's indicated it in the past, but I guess we'll find out. I guess we will see. But these are very cool things to be seeing as Bitcoin is at such a critical point right now, right? Like we either need to break above this resistance, confirm a support, and start our rally up, or we're gonna come back down and accumulate. So very interesting to see the moves that Bitcoin whales are making. The price of Bitcoin today is at 9,200, Ethereum's at 233, XRP is at 18 cents, Cardano is at 8 cents, Tezos at 260, Chainlink at 476. Let's take a look at Vechain. I know you guys love your Vechain. Vechain is at 0.0090, and our fear and greed index for the day is 43. So we are sitting in, it says fear, neutral fear, light fear. So let's jump into this, guys, why the second US stimulus round could stimulate a Bitcoin rally. And again, if you guys could like the video, thank you so much. I appreciate any support that you choose to give to the channel. So this week, United States President Donald Trump told media that Americans can expect a generous second stimulus check issued. Like the first round of checks, some of this money flowing into crypto could cause a short-term Bitcoin rally. And with the stimulus potentially coming while Bitcoin is consolidating below resistance, it could lead to a sizable breakout. Now, I just want to skip to the more interesting parts of this article. So it was clear that the economy was in trouble, and it still is, but in an effort to keep markets from plummeting further, the Federal Reserve stepped in with stimulus money. Basically, what you guys missed is they're just talking about, all the crazy stuff that's been happening in the world lately. From, in the beginning of 2020, we had the America-Iran incident, and now with coronavirus, so that's basically where we're coming in from. So checks were issued to individual taxpayers at a rate of $1,200 per person. Other relief efforts were offered to small business and corporations. Some of that free-floating cash made its way into Bitcoin and crypto, helping fuel the early stages of the recovery that's still going strong today. So here we have the Black Thursday, stimulus checks issued, and we saw a pump. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong saw a dramatic increase in Bitcoin purchases on the platform in the amount of $1,200 following the issuance of stimulus checks. The data suggests that those that weren't immediately impacted by the pandemic put it into Bitcoin. The money may have flowed into the crypto market rather than covering bills or essentials like groceries. Another round of stimulus checks could have a similar impact. And guys, I know a lot of you, I've been reading my comments and comments I see on other people's videos, and I saw everywhere that people saying that, hey, when my stimulus money comes, I'm buying crypto. So, I mean, I saw it, people were saying it. So for Coinbase to come out with data showing, $1,200 Bitcoin purchases right when stimulus checks came out, I mean, for the most part, I believe it. I don't see why they'd be lying. And I mean, if you check whether it's YouTube videos or Reddit or anything during that time, a lot of people were claiming that they were going to put their stimulus check money into crypto. With Bitcoin brushing up against resistance, a boost from stimulus money could help the asset break out from its downtrend. More time may be required before the stimulus checks arrive and impact Bitcoin, but when they do arrive, if they have the same impact as before, it could help kickstart Bitcoin's next uptrend. The only thing, guys, is that if the only way this money is going to flow into Bitcoin, the stimulus money, is if there's enough people that aren't affected, right? So they already have their groceries set and everything else set, because if people don't have food and they need food, they're not going to buy Bitcoin. They're going to buy food. So assuming, some people are still working, some people are still well off, and they're getting their stimulus checks, they could potentially put it into Bitcoin again. But we don't know how things are going to be. We don't know if a second wave of, the beer disease is coming. We don't know what's coming. So this is all, you have to take everything with a grain of salt. Let's jump into this last one here, guys. So New York regulator proposes cryptocurrency overhaul to boost adoption of digital assets. Now, isn't that insane? New York regulators want to boost the adoption of digital assets. Ask yourself the question, why? The New York Department of Financial Services, nydfs, which is how we'll refer to them for the remainder of this video, which regulates the state's financial infrastructure, is proposing a plan that would ease the city's notoriously tight restrictions on crypto-related businesses. Crypto firms that operate in New York are required to have a BIT license to receive, store, issue, or send digital assets. Trouble is, it can take years to obtain the license, and to date, only 25 firms have been granted a BIT license since New York introduced the policy in 2015. nydfs is now considering whether it should grant conditional licenses to crypto companies that would allow them to work with firms that already have the actual BIT license. So they say the framework can be utilized by a variety of entities, such as startups, growth stage companies, established New York companies not yet conducting any virtual currency business activity, and established virtual currency companies now operating outside of New York. DFS expects that an entity that seeks a conditional license will endeavor to eventually seek and obtain a full BIT license. The regulator is also introducing a new guidance that allows crypto companies to self-certify the listing of new coins, provided they have the green light from the nydfs to self-certify and they steer away from privacy coins and tokens designed for use in the gambling industry. So guys, overall, looks like the use of cryptocurrencies in New York is going to get better slowly, right? I don't think this is like, oh, overnight everything's going to change. You'll be able to buy any coin you want. New York is still limiting people from exchanges and things like that, which really sucks. I wish they would just embrace it. But obviously they're not, and that's just how the world works. But at least they are realizing, hey, you know what, maybe we shouldn't be so strict, because like I've said before, people who make a lot of money in crypto, if they're currently living in a place that is very strict on crypto and makes it hard for them, they are going to leave to a place that makes it easy for them, especially if they've made a lot of money, because money gives you more options, right? You may not be able to think about leaving your home now to move to a more crypto-friendly place, but on the next bull run, when your crypto is sitting at a couple $100,000, if not a couple $1 million, who knows, depending on your investments, you have more options now. You have money. Money is power. You can move. You can change your location, which changes your environment, which offers you new opportunities. With that said, guys, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, because I produce a video like this daily. And if you guys could like the video once again, that would help me a ton. Thank you guys so much for 2,000 subscribers. I think we can hit. This is our second month. This is the first day of our second month. I think by the end of this month, guys, we can double this. I think we can get to like 4,000 subscribers. Let's see what happens. That's the goal, though. With that said, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you all on the next video.